Yo, what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm so dead. Been away for a while, I guess. Just been catching up on things. I've been doing my own stuff, and I haven't been able to record really a whole lot of my experiences that's been going on. So, nothing's really new has changed. Going through the same old. Just slacking as always, man. I really need to pick up my game a lot more, and I've been doing it. I've been trying to discipline myself and to get a schedule, to read the Bible 30 minutes a day, to read a book, like an other book, just like a biblical book that like a pastor has wrote, that my pastors have said I would want you to go read this book, and oh, here's a good book. So I guess I'm just gonna talk about what's been going on this past week. And this past week I felt like, for my middle school class that I teach at my church, was to talk about obeying the Lord. And I've got my notes here. I might just skim through a couple of them, but let's hang on. Well, let me go. I start off with the question: what does it mean to obey the Lord? As a new Christian, once you're a babe in Christ, and so you say, hey, I'm Christian now. So what's that mean? Well, I do now. Well, I do. I go to church every day. I do. What next? What's next for me, man? So, straight answer is you just follow His commands from what He says in the Bible, right? You know, and I did some researching on commands and stuff, and everything He says. The two commands: to love your neighbor as yourself, and to what is it? That's one of them. I know that's one of them. Oh, dude, I'm blanking. Can't remember the other one off the top of my head. But there's those two main ones that we need to follow. Oh, forget. It's 3 a.m. man. I'm beat. I was just like, man, I probably should get on this stuff, so that's what I'm doing. But anyway, I did some research online, and I found this PDF. Um, this says all the commandments or commands in the New Testament, and there was 1,050 commands in the New Testament. That's quite a bit, isn't it? It's quite a bit. A lot. And during my class this morning, I asked them. I was like, so you guys, can you name one of them? Can you start naming commands off that the Bible tells us to do? It took some dragging out to get them started, but once they got started, they started getting it. They got probably up to 30 in about 10-15 minutes. Just saying the same stuff that kind of contributed to the same kind of stuff. So, they were on the right idea. So nothing wrong with them, but yeah, there's a lot of commands, and there's a lot of history, in the Old Testament too. So that we need to read and learn about. What was the old command, so we understand the change of the new commands and how that affects us. But in this long list, there was a smaller list of just 10 things that we need to follow. And it was Christ, love, good, righteousness, godliness, faith, patience, meekness, peace, and holiness. Those were the ones that they really touched up on, and they showed some verses after that, kind of like, here, look at this verse if this is what you're thinking of. So I read the verses, of course. through all of them. First is follow Christ. When you get baptized, you are saying, I want to follow Christ and I want to act like Christ as much as I can, so please help me. And to deny ourselves, our old way of thinking, and become completely new. And that's just some stuff we need to start doing, And I mean, you're still slowly getting rid of yourself. It's not like, you might take off a bunch of baggage at the beginning, I believe, but there's always stuff that you're going to be holding. A lot of people are holding stuff that they just can't let go. I'm not saying that I'm not one of them. Trust me, I am. I'm very lazy. Very lazy, and I don't like confrontation. I don't like getting people on the wrong foot, and I don't like messing with them. I don't like confronting them and telling them things. That's just something I need to work on. I need to be able to understand that Austin, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to confront people. I'm gonna have to say, man, that's not right, and I don't care if you think I'm wrong. So I've been working on that. So yeah, to deny ourselves and to follow Christ, to follow the Holy Spirit, do all that business. And next was love, and the verses that it said showed me 1 Corinthians 14 verse 1. The first thing it says is to pursue love. I grabbed my what's this? Concordance. This is my concordance. James Strong, I'm pretty sure it is. Or, yeah, James Strong Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. That basically gives you the Greek and Hebrew meaning in each verse, because not everything is the same. Love isn't just have one meaning in Hebrew and Greek, and they have different meanings in all the verses in Greek and Hebrew, or just in Greek it has 3 or something like that. So making sure you're looking at the right love. And when I looked it up in this verse, it says love as in charity. To give and not expect anything back. And I told my class that, and I gave them a story about, somebody's being really nice, and, being nice to you, and you're starting to get a bunch of stuff, bunch of blessings and stuff, and then that person that's really nice to you is like, okay, well, where's mine at, It's like, well, where do I get that at, you're getting it, but so now, I've been really nice to you and stuff, wouldn't you want to share that with me? It's not really how that works. They were just using you, I guess, so. As Christians, we're not supposed to be using people, of course. We're supposed to be trying to get them to go to the Lord, right? So, next thing on the list was good. In 1 Thessalonians 5:15, it says, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourself and to all men." And then right there it says, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man," right? So that means if I, punch you in the face, don't punch me in the face. I'm pretty sure, where was it? Yeah, I wrote it down. It says, Jesus said in Matthew 5:38, "To those who wrong us, we must turn the other cheek." So, if I punch you in the face, you turn your head around and say, "Do it again." It's like, okay. I wrote, "We can't hurt those who hurt us, but rather help them grow closer to God, to Christ." Because that's what they expect us to do. They expect the punch back. That's what they're expecting. If you say, "Punch me again," they're going to be like, "Well, I'm not. Why? Why would I want to do that? Why am I punching you?" Even if they do punch you back, man, you're doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I had a young girl, because I was talking about this. I was saying, it says, which is good, and good in this verse also means to benefit. So which is beneficial both among yourself and to all men. And I mentioned when it says all men, it doesn't mean like to deny God, to deny God's rules, because as the world is not of the law, under the word. It's not under the word. It's under its own reign. It's doing its own thing. It's under sin. And I said, like for instance, LGBTQ. As a Christian, you don't support them. You try to get them closer to Christ, but you don't support their thought process or what they're doing, or give them charity or something like that, because that is sin to most Christians, I believe. Hopefully, still, and that's just what I believe. You can believe your own thing, but just understand that we talked about confusion a lot at church. So, what was it? Man, I don't have my church notes right now, man, or I'd be quoting my pastor right now, but yeah. The devil is crafty and he can twist the verses on you like he tried to do in Jesus in the woods when he was fasting for those days. And I'll tell you right now, we're not as smart as Jesus. We can definitely try our hardest, but we're not. And the devil will try to twist it in his own way. So always be on the lookout for something that you're saying wrong, because I've done that multiple times. But anyway, yeah, because she was like, I have some friends that are gay or something like that, and she would talk to them and say like, oh, Jesus is the way, and she's right, but the way you do it is very special. It's very delicate, and you will ruin friendships by just spewing it out there and slapping them in the face with it. They don't want, nobody wants to get slapped in the face with that kind of stuff, especially if you don't believe in it, man. I didn't start out as a Christian, man. I've always, when I was younger, I never really believed in God and Christ and all that, but as I grew older, I did. As I grew and I saw, I said, man, why am I doing this? So I started going to church. But the fact is, we can't benefit all men. We can't help all men in what they think is right. What they think is right for them. Because they don't know. God knows. God knows because God is their creator. Like, God made them. He made everybody. Just not everybody's their sons yet. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that one. The next is the handy... Okay, I said next up on this handy-dandy list is righteousness. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. It says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. For they will be satisfied. Righteousness, I don't know if you know this or not, means a right standing with God. Right standing, a good relationship with Christ, where we're supposed to hunger and thirst for Him. I don't know if you guys have ever starved yourself, but like fasting for 40 days like Jesus has, man, if you do that, somebody I saw only lasted 35 days and died of starvation because that's what he was trying to do. But just imagine how hungry and thirsty that man was, for bread, for, anything, absolutely anything, bugs, he would have ate anything, we're supposed to crave the word, we're supposed to crave righteousness, our personal relationship with Christ. And I wrote in my notes, I said, personally, I think you need to spend alone time in prayer, read your Bible, and also be very teachable. Always be willing to learn from somebody else. I I'm I'm a young kid. I get that. I'm not old yet or anything, but I learn from my students. I learn from my peers. I learn from my teachers. Dude, I I learn from my nephews a lot because they're a big blessing in my life. And it's crazy to see them after the Lord, even though with everything that's wrong with them, they still love the Lord, and it just blows my mind. So anyway, let me start moving along. Next is godliness, and the Google definition, because it gets kind of confusing in this concordance here. This is the quality of being devoutly religious. So like I mentioned, Matthew 5:6, the hunger and thirst for the word, the quality of time you're spending, being with him and disciplining yourself is really one of the biggest things. Discipline, 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 man. I wish I would be more disciplined. I wish in school I would discipline myself to do my schoolwork. I'm sure this would help a whole lot if I was like, I need to read, I need to study, I need to keep going, I need to push myself. But once, like junior high, high school, I'm just like, lame, right? So, but I wish I kept up with that because that would help a lot right now. I tell you what, man. So, if any of you young guys or people who do that, I mean, congratulations, you have some amazing talent. Keep up with it. Really, just keep going. So, next we have is faith, which in the concordance it shows to rely on God. I think I quoted Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, which will, above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. I mean, with the shield of faith, relying on God, relying on Him, leaning on Him. Well, one of my students mentioned the verse. I don't know the whole verse, by heart or anything, but to rely on your God with all your mind, all your soul, and all your strength. And it's just like that. That's how our faith should be, to rely on Him ultimately with everything. Everything we have, all of our power, everything we have, all of our finances, everything. And He will protect us. It says it in this verse. The fiery darts of the wicked one will be quenched. So whatever attacks us will come. Actually, that brings up to my attention. I was reading Psalm 41 at church just during worship. I felt like I was supposed to read it. And I believe, like, if you read that psalm, it talks about, my slanderers will slander me, but you, Lord, you protect me from them, from them killing me, from them attacking me. You have mercy upon me, Lord. Thank you. And it's just talking about, like, just thanking the Lord for protecting him from the evil ones who are trying to attack him, to see his name be washed away forever in the timeline, just to be completely disappear and be murdered and never thought of again. And he's like, you know him? He's like, no, I don't even know who that is, or that's what they want. So I felt like that kind of dealt with it a lot, so that's great. Moving. So we need to be patient with one another and even ourselves. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, man. Jesus was patient with the disciples. Jesus, the guy who knows everything, was teaching us step by step by step. Slowly, he was showing us. And then the next on the list is meekness, and to be meek is to be gentle. We can't be brutal. We can't smack people over the head with the Bible. We can't hit them with the gospel just straight away, just pop. We can't be doing that because they're not going to want to listen, right? Would you listen if somebody kicked your door down and said, now listen here, Jesus is the way, my guy, and, just started yelling at you, say, follow God, like, no, I don't really want to listen to you when you're talking to me like that, right? So, just be gentle, and understand even followers, we have to be gentle with them. For babes, babes of Christ, newly Christians, we need to watch them, and, we can't yell at them, we can't tell them, just scream at them all the time, but take them aside and say, hey, you're doing this wrong, and here's the verse, and here's everything, and let me explain it to you so you can understand and apply it to your life. So yeah. Anyway, next is to pursue peace. We're told to pursue peace with all people. Peace is not the way to those who Peace is not Peace is not the way to those who pursue sin. So you can't pursue both. It's not going to happen. Right. So pursue peace, not sin. I mean, they're basically opposites, really. And we are commanded to be holy, to be pure, clean, and that's what holy really meant. And I think it was 1 Timothy 6:11 is the verse they gave me to kind of quote a bunch of these, to be pure, purity. As I once I read that, I was thinking marriage, to fight lust, to fight unhealthy mindset, to have a healthy mindset, to always be thinking of God. So those are my 10 facts really fast. So anyway, hopefully you have a good day. I'm got some more videos coming out hopefully, so stay tuned. I'll see you later, guys. Peace.